Hey, this is Stephanie Burch with the Love Revolution, and this week I want to talk about surrender. We will have Father Joe Patrick Breen next week, but this week, surrender and letting go has been the topic that keeps coming up in my own mind. So I think it's something worth mentioning. And if you want to know how it works, really nothing flows and nothing goes right when we are trying to control things from our ego mind, our small identity, this small fear-based version of who we think we are. And when we're trying to really control things in life and something means a lot to us and we're trying to accomplish it or we're trying to make it go a certain way, oftentimes you're going to see you just come up to that brick wall over and over again, and life will beat you down. And I think the reason life beats you down into that place of brokenness is that so you can surrender, so that you can let go and you can understand that who you really are and the part of you that is true is not this small version of yourself that needs to control things. You actually have access to the larger eternal version of yourself. And when you surrender, then God, the universe, whatever you want to call it, your higher self, can move mountains in your life and can take control and can flow things to you, and you will flow through life with such effortlessness. And I've seen that in my own life, and I've seen people I care about come up against brick walls over and over again, really trying so desperately to make something happen, and if it's not happening, then maybe you should let go. Maybe you should try surrendering. Because I know for myself personally, nothing really worked and nothing really became magical and nothing really became effortless until I let go, until I surrendered. And a great example of that process in my life, I was kind of the person who always tried to control things, who always tried to, never wanted to accept or ask for anybody else's help. And when my parents died and I went through my divorce, I really kind of had to let go of control because things weren't working. And I was so beaten down and broken that I really had to throw my hands up in the air and say, show me the way. You take control. Like Carrie Underwood, Jesus, you take the wheel. However you want to look at it, you have to let go and let the bigger part of yourself, that bigger part of you that is you, orchestrate your life, because it can do so effortlessly. It is nothing for the bigger part of you to bring every good thing you want. You might have to let go of these ego-based ideas of what it is you think you want. You might think happiness and abundance and romance and health and all these things that we are entitled to are going to come in a certain way. They may not come in that certain way, but they definitely are your birthright. Divine happiness, joy, abundance, peace, health, love. This is your birthright. Now, the universe may bring it to you in a way that you didn't expect, and it probably will bring it to you in a way you did not expect. I mean, just the guy that I'm with now is something I never would have expected. And I actually pushed him away for quite a while because he was in a package that my ego had labeled as not my type. So you've got to be careful to do. I mean, my friend in Texas said, how's your type working for you? It hadn't been working so well. Life will beat you down and break you open until you surrender. And that's how it works. So if you're finding that you're stuck in an area or that you keep trying and things just aren't working out the way you thought they would or the way you wanted them to, let go and just throw your hands up in the air and say, I surrender. And one of my favorite spiritual speakers, Wayne Dyer, has a quote he says all the time. He says, we are not human beings who have an occasional spiritual experience. We are spiritual beings, eternal spiritual beings who have an occasional human experience. And that's accurate. I mean, occasionally we're physical, occasionally we're human, but eternally we're spiritual, and we're so much bigger and connected to the cosmos and to the vastness of life than we think we are in this small little reality that you think you're living in. So let go and let God, as they say. let the miracles and the magic flow and surrender. Just try it, because that's how it works. And I'll see you next week. Take care.